So what's motivating me to run in this election? Actually, it happened by accident. I landed on the island on Friday. Saturday morning, I got up, went into town. On Monday, the government fell. I had not plans whatsoever. I'm just coming home, returning after the semester, just had my mom's funeral. And I came for peace, actually, to relax. And by Tuesday morning, Frankie Myers and I had a conversation about the election. And what we did, though, in that conversation was recalling our previous conversation about how we felt about some of the things that were happening on our island and whether or not we thought we had anything to contribute. And so he reminded me of certain things that we had discussed, and I was like, yeah, but where I am right now, I'm not so certain. But after discussing it with friends, with family, with loved ones and other people, this is the first election where I did not feel as much resistance as there were previously. And that was shocking to me. That it almost felt as if people were saying, listen, we're glad that you're here and you're willing to help. And I think that's the thing that encouraged me. The few people who even were hesitant initially have since come around saying, if you're gonna do it, give it your all, give it your best shot. So that's what's motivating me. I'm here now, as the slogan and the Sam says, we need serious people for serious times. These are serious times, and I believe that I have skills that can be added to the solutions for our problems. I think we have a number of critical issues, and I think that's the sentiment I'm getting from a number of people, that there's so many things right now, and we could talk about GB, etc. But one of the things that has not gone away, that we have been talking about over the last at least decade, was the deterioration in education, in terms of not necessarily that students are not leaving, but the quality of our education, the situation with our teachers, right? We have teachers that are coming here to work, but we also have a lot of teachers that are leaving the profession or going into other areas to work. We have a university that seems to be on a decline. And all of these come back to what are we doing in education? When we look at, we talk about the youth and where they're going and how they don't have any sense of morality as before. It comes back to that conversation of what are we doing in education? What are we doing in terms of nation building? What are we doing in terms of establishing a stronger cultural identity, a thing that we can all be proud of, regardless to whether or not we have electricity as a people, right? Because there are parts of the world where load shedding is an everyday occurrence, but there's a certain different understanding of who we are as a people, how we handle these challenges with maturity, etc. So to me, education remains one of the most critical issues, next to the issue of our sovereignty as a nation. So how do I see St. Maarten evolving in the next 4 years and beyond? I'll start with the beyond, because I really believe, I've said this publicly a number of times, I really believe that the goal of any elected person who lives in a colony should be to take that colony out of colonialism. I really believe that. I truly believe that. And so every time that I've gotten an opportunity, I work towards that advancement. And so in the next 4 years, I imagine, understand, and this has been a discussion with Frankie from the very beginning, I believe that it's my goal to work towards making our people more self-sustaining, more self-governing, and eventually to lead us into full sovereignty as a people. That's my goal, and I'm hoping that within the next four years, as we work together as a team, that we will be able to show St. Maarten a more self-sustaining, less reliant on the kingdom, for example, but also more self-governing as a people, and take our place in our rightful place in the Caribbean, sitting at that table and making decisions for regional development, because St. Maarten deserves to be at that table. It doesn't have to be the Netherlands or France on our behalf. We know we belong there, and that's part of my vision for St. Maarten.